guys, and welcome back to another Golfholics vlog. Today, Mike and I, he's behind the camera, are out at Oaks North, San Diego. It's a little par 3 course. I actually grew up learning and playing golf on this golf course, so it's always really nice to come back here and play and film here. So for today, we're going to go through our bags and give you guys an update of what's in the bag since we haven't done that in a while. So I'll go through my bag and then Mike will go through his. And then at the end, we're going to help you guys with some putting tips. We're going to do like 5 putting tips to improve your putting. So hope you guys like the video today. If you do, make sure you give it a like and subscribe if you guys are new. We'd love to have you. And yeah, I'm going to get into my clubs now. See, first we're going to start with my wedges. I always play Titleist Vokey wedges. I have 3 obviously. I start with a 50, a 54, and a 58, but I have them stamped pretty nicely, which I really like. And then the shaft in there is just, I think it's just a standard wedge flex shaft. It's the KBS 610 wedge. And then going into my irons, I go pitching wedge through 5 iron, and I have the Callaway Apex irons. I really like these. And my shafts are they're like a stiff graphite shaft. They're the Recoil ES and the 780 F4. A lot of people ask me if I play graphite or steel. Obviously, like I just said, I play graphite, and that's solely because when I play steel, I lose club head speed when I play steel. So this keeps my swing speed up, which obviously for me equals more distance, like most people. So I play those. I really like them a lot. They're actually a really good iron. I know obviously they're not the latest and greatest. I think they have a new model out, but I think I got them last year, so they're still pretty new. It's moving forward. I play 2 hybrids in my bag. They're the TaylorMade M6s. I have a 3 and a 4 with pretty much just a standard stiff graphite shaft in there, so nothing super fancy. I really like these hybrids. I'm really picky when it comes to these. Before this set, I actually didn't even play a hybrid in my bag, so if that kind of tells you something. Really enjoy playing these. I can actually rely on these when I need to hit, you know, like a 220 to 200 shot, so that's really awesome. My 3-wood, I also play a TaylorMade M6, which I really like. Just a standard 3-wood, 14 degrees, so it is a little stronger and kind of helps me off the tee a little bit more when I need it. And then my driver is also a TaylorMade club, but this is the M5, and I have it set up to a 10.5 on my loft. The shaft that I play is a Mitsubishi Tensei 50-degree stiff flex, so that seems really light, but like I said, kind of with my graphite shafts and my irons, I like something that's a little bit lighter, but it still will give me that stiff flex kind of feeling, you know, to keep the club speed up, so I really like that. And my putter, which I get, actually this is probably like the most asked question about my bag, is what putter I play. And if you guys don't know about Even Roll, they've been around for a while, but I would say they're kind of like up and coming. They make really good stuff. So I play the Even Roll. It's the ER 2.2. Kind of mimics like the Scotty Cameron square back, where it's not necessarily a blade, it's not a mallet, it's kind of right in between, which I like a lot. And then the setup has like this offset, and I think it's 33 inches. I like something a little shorter, keeps me kind of over the ball, and yeah, I really like this putter. If you guys haven't checked it out, go to like a Golf Mart or something, or I don't know, like a Roger Dunn, and kind of roll one and see what you guys think. The technology on this is pretty great, and I recommend it. The next question I get, mostly on Instagram actually, is the towel that I have. So the towel brand is called Uther. They're a Canadian brand that kind of reached out to me and sent me some stuff. I really like what they put out because it's nothing like I've really seen before from most of, like, you know, your usual golf companies. So I like how the bags kind of add a little flair and personality to your golf bag. Like, come on, is that, you know, not me? It is from this golf company called Ace of Clubs, and they make golf bags, head covers, yardage books, kind of like whatever you can think of that's like a leather good that you can use obviously on the course. So they sent me like a head cover and put a little Eiffel Tower on it, which I love, and my name and stuff like that. And then I just have a little alignment stick cover to kind of keep these two guys together so they're not kind of I don't know, getting in my way, and obviously just adds another pop of color to my bag.
All right guys, we're gonna do what's in the bag for me. I've got a couple new pieces of equipment that I'd like to share with you guys. But let's get started with the wedges. The 3 wedges that I'm playing right now are the 54, the 60, and the 64. I'm a big Cleveland guy. I've always been a fan of their wedges, and I've been playing them for pretty much about 25 years. And I love these RTX 4s. I've got the Dynamic Gold S400s in 2 of my wedges, and then I've got a graphite KBS in the 64. And I just absolutely love these wedges. I don't think I could be switching to anything else. A couple of my buddies got me the 64. It says wedge them to death. Looks pretty sweet. All right, so I've got all Golf Pride grips, pretty much all different types. They came out with this Z grip that's really awesome. This is the newest grip on my bag. I really do like the tackiness of it. It's just a really good grip, and it kind of helps me with that line in the back, not to over grip it, even though I do have a strong grip, but it just helps with the alignment. All right, so next up is my irons that I've been playing for about the last year and a half. Ever since they came out, they're the Mizuno JPX 919 Tours. Some of the best irons I've ever played. Really soft, feels really good. I did lose some distance, probably about 5 to 6 yards per club, but I feel like I can work the ball really well with them. And overall, just the feeling of them are some of the best irons I've ever hit. I think Brooks Koepka plays these. He's not sponsored, so I think that says a lot, being the #1 player in the world, and playing these without being sponsored is pretty cool. I'm pretty interested in the new MP20s that just came out, so I'm gonna probably test those out here in the next couple weeks or months. So the shaft I'm playing right now is the Nippon, the Modus 3. It is a stiff flex shaft. It's the Tour 105s, so it's got a 105-gram shaft in it. And then also I'm going to be playing the Golf Pride Align MCC grips right now from Golf Pride. I'm just a huge fan of their grips, and they sent us a bunch, and I've just been using them. Also, I got rid of my 4-iron. I did put in the Callaway 21 degree, which kind of substitute for my 4-iron. I felt like my 4-iron and my 21 degree driving iron kind of was going about the same distance. So I took the 4-iron out, I kept the 21 degree in. I've also got the Fujikura Pro 95 X Flex in the shaft, and then my Fuji boys, they went ahead and engraved a little GH on there for us, so big thanks to them. I took out my 4-iron, I put in a 5-wood. This 5-wood has been probably my favorite golf club in the bag for the last probably 2 months, and I just absolutely love it. It's a 5-wood from Callaway. It's an Epic Flash, and it's an 18 degree. I added +2 on the 5-wood, so it's going to be playing about 20 degrees, and I hit this, you know, about 225 to 240 roughly. And yeah, just absolutely love this new 5-wood that they came out with. All right, so the shaft that I have in my 5-wood, I think is what makes this 5-wood so special. It's the Ventus. It's a 7 stiff, and it's from Fujikura. Just a huge fan of these shafts. I have a blue one in my driver. We'll go over that next, but this black 7S from Fuji is just awesome. Of course, I got the Golf Pride grips on there. And yeah, just a great club. And then for the 3-wood that I'm playing, of course, I've got the Quintero head cover. One of my favorite courses in the desert. Just absolutely love that place. I got the Epic Flash 3-wood. It's a 15 degree. I have it a +2 set. So it's kind of playing like a 17 degree. I kind of hit down on the ball a little bit, so I need to create a little bit more height in my 3-wood so it lands a little softer. And yeah, absolutely love this 3-wood. I've had it in the bag for a good year or so. So I've got the Ventus Blue in my 3-wood. It's a 7S from Fuji also. This was the one of the first shafts that I really fell in love with as well. Just a great overall club for me. And for the big dog, my driver, it's a Callaway Maverick. I switched out of the Epic Flash. So I'm playing a 10.5 +1, so it's playing like an 11.5 right now. And for the most part, I've got the Ventus. This is the 6X Blue. This is the shaft that I took out of Marshall's bag. Absolutely love this shaft. Same Golf Pride grip. and just really love the Maverick. All right, and I got old trusty right here. I've had this this Odyssey XO Rossi for a couple years now. Just been really putting well with it for the most part. Sometimes I have some bad days, but feels really good. Has a nice offset for me. I'm a mallet type of guy, and I have kind of a pencil claw grip, and I think this just sets up really well for me. And then my golf bag is a Jones bag, one of my favorite bags of all time. Great carry bag. They were nice enough to stitch our logo and everything on there. Best well-built bag I've ever owned. Of course, my Golfholics towel. It's in the store. Sorry, it's a little filthy. It's been used a lot, but they're great towels. We just reloaded some. Go check them out.
All right, so now we want to do 5 tips to improve your putting. One thing I like to do every single time I'm practicing, if I have a tournament coming up or something like that, I always go back and I look at my alignment with my feet, and more importantly, obviously, the line on my putter. So if you guys don't have alignment sticks, obviously there are so many uses for these, not only on the driving range, but on the putting green and while you're practicing. These are so essential. I cannot say that enough. I've always had these in my bag. The first thing we're gonna do, and I see a lot of amateur golfers do, is they line up to a putt and I see them with their feet like this, and then they try to putt. Honestly, that works maybe for 1% of you. So I see a lot of amateur golfers kind of set up, outside, or they're like this and they come across the ball. So I always make sure that I'm aligned correctly. So obviously you can check with your alignment sticks. So I'll start with like a 3 to 5 footer, and then I'll have this parallel to the line that I'm going at. This putt right here is pretty straight, so I'll just kind of come in here, see what looks parallel. I might have to adjust it here and there, and then I'll get up to it. I can move the ball if I want. There's no right or wrong way, but the most important thing here is that making sure that your feet are parallel to your club face. And so I hold that one, and then I'll do that, I don't know, probably 50 times, sometimes 100 if I really want to be on the putting green for a long time. It really just depends. And the most important thing here that you're looking at is, you're getting your eyes used to, how your feet look when you're over the golf ball. All right, so that one was good. Apologize for our standard cups right now, but that's what we're working on. All right, so the next tip that we have for you guys, when I was in high school golf, Coach actually showed me this one. Every now and then we get our eye line either in front of the ball or behind the ball, and what I mean by that is when you line up to a putt, you get it set up to the ball, you're going to take a ball over your eye line here and you're going to drop it. And that one was pretty much good, so that means that my eyes are right over the ball and I'm set up correctly. If I am too far away from the ball or my eyes are kind of inside, when I do that, the ball will obviously drop over here, and that's telling you that I'm also not lined up to the ball correctly with my eyes. And then same thing, if you're standing too far over the ball, that's also a good indicator of where your eyes are. If your eyes are too far over the ball, you could be having the heel up. If your toe is too far up, you're most likely to push the golf ball. Your eyes aren't over the golf ball and they're inside, your toe comes up and you're more likely to hit the golf ball left, I guess, because you're going to come over the top. All right, tip number 3, really quickly, we're going to use a alignment stick again. Another reason why these are so important, you have so many options that you can use with these. We are going to set it up about 12 to 18 inches behind the hole, and this is going to help with our distance control. So sometimes when I'm like leaving it short a lot, this helps us get the correct distance when you're working on your lag putting. The goal of this drill is not to leave the putt short. If anything, obviously you want to hole it, and then next best case scenario, you want to leave it in between the back of the cup and the alignment stick. So I'll kind of demonstrate how that works. So that one, speed-wise, was pretty much perfect. I just have to get the line right on the ball. That one was good. I pretty much pulled that one. And that one, since it did hit the alignment stick on the back there, was just a little too firm. So you can do this with obviously like any length putt to help improve your distance control, and I hope that works for you guys. All right, so tip number 4, some things that I like to do when I feel like my hands are not working together or I get a little out of whack, I like to putt with one hand. If you're a right-handed golfer, it's going to be your right hand. If you're a left-handed golfer, it's going to be your left. I don't like to do a long putt for this. I like to stay within 3 to 5 feet. And you're just going to kind of set up like normal. And without your left hand, you can put it behind your back, you can put it right here, whatever feels comfortable. I like to kind of keep it in the back because I feel like that helps keep my shoulders in line as well. So that's what I do. And then you're just going to kind of get here and swing with one arm, and you're going to do this drill however many times you want and until you get kind of comfortable with it, and you're just going to feel your shoulders kind of working together to take that club back and through the golf ball. So it's kind of hard at first when you start, but you know, you kind of get used to it the more you do it, and the importance of this drill is to kind of help you feel that right hand and also feel connected to your shoulders more. So when you go back to your normal putting stroke, you can kind of just lightly put your secondary hand back on the putter and kind of feel that drill that you were doing to help feel everything get connected, if that makes sense. All right, last but not least, tip number 5 is get to the putting green and practice your weaknesses. I think this goes without saying kind of all across the board, whether it's your chipping, your irons, your driver. I think a lot of amateur golfers make the mistake and they go out and they just practice things that they are good at. One thing that I did to get better was I practiced my weaknesses. So for me on the putting green, that is like obviously side hill lies. So for me, one of my weaknesses was like I think for most people, a putt that has a lot of break, whether it's from right to left or left to right. I know a lot of right-handed players have a hard time putting something that's breaking to the right because it's going away from us. But just get out there and practice something that you're not really comfortable with. If your lag putting's not that good, go out for a half hour and do only lag putting. Like, it's okay to only practice one area for that day. You don't have to go out and practice your chipping, your putting, your irons, your driver. Pros don't honestly practice like that. They go out, they have a couple things that they're going to work on that day, and they spend a lot of time doing it. So that is kind of my biggest tip that I can recommend. Work on your weaknesses, and I promise your game will get a lot better. All right, guys, I hope those little putting tips help improve your golf game. If you guys go out and try them, let us know what you guys think. Obviously, that is just the start to some tips that I have on and off the golf course. And yeah, if you guys like the video today, make sure you give it a like and subscribe. Thank you so much to Mike for helping me out and filming today. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so that you get notified every time we upload a new video. Hope you guys are doing good, and go play some golf. We'll see you guys soon. Bye. Which I really like. It's that's how the beauty YouTubers do it. Your toe comes up and you are more likely to, I'm so good at golf. I just make it. You are more likely